Let's see here. All right, we've started recording now.
All right, man.
This is it. This is phase one of the. I don't know, what should we call this, Phil? I hadn't even thought of a name for it.
Man.
Yeah, I guess it is up to me. It's my idea, wasn't it? We'll call
Think about it later.
Huh?
You could think about it later.
Yeah, that's true. Fuck it.
Unless you want to spitball.
Yeah, hey, that's what we'll call it. We'll call it Spitball. Comic Spitball.
There we go.
With Adam and Phil. For today. This is the first installment of Comic Spitball. Thanks, Phil. Alright, so how's LA treating you, man?
Pretty fucking good, man. I'm having a great time out here.
That's awesome.
Just, I mean, I don't know. Just the weather's great. Beautiful people all around. It's, I'm having a good time so far. Things are working out pretty well, I think.
You like the crowds better out there?
Better than what?
I don't know. Or is it, you know...
So far, I'm pretty happy with the crowds. You know, any crowd that's like fairly open-minded and progressive and all that shit, that's all good. That's all good with me. You know what I mean?
Oh, no, not at all. I'm from the South, so...
so let's put it this way: better than the South.
Okay, all right. That's...
But not necessarily all. I mean, you get some fucking open-minded people in the South too. I did a gay bar in Charleston, South Carolina, which I didn't think they had gay bars, and that was one of the most fun shows ever. I mean, you can't offend those people.
Yeah,
they've been beaten down so hard all their lives.
I imagine,
especially living in Charleston. You know what I mean? You have drag queens walking around.
I just imagine a gay bar in the South is kind of like a bear trap in the woods, you know? If I were gay, I would be afraid to go there.
But I don't know, man. There's cool people everywhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let me put it this way. LA is better than Florida. Florida is my least favorite place to perform in, man. Fucking sucks. Except for a few fun shows I've had where it was like, you know, not people who are about to die.
Yeah.
It's pretty much all old people who usually aren't crazy about me. And I don't blame them. And it's never been fun.
No, I've never had...
I got fired from a gig in Florida. My only gig I ever got fired from.
What? No, I got to hear about that. Now tell me how that happened.
Yeah, but from what I hear, I'm not the only one, so it doesn't make me feel quite as bad. But it was Port Charlotte. You ever hear about that? That's a Comedy Zone gig.
No, but I'm sure it's hell.
Okay. Well, actually, one of my friends got fired from that before I did, so I'm already like, I already show up like knowing like, okay, there's a chance that someone could get fired here, and you show up and it's like a dinner theater type thing. You know, it's just that kind of like atmosphere,
right?
And it's all old people. You know what I mean? They're expecting to see fucking Frank Sinatra or something, or Dean Martin, and I go up there with my, you know, my shit, and I try. You know, I always try and play by the rules, man. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I want everybody to be happy, so like no cursing, no this, no that. I follow all the rules to the best of my ability. But I'm still talking about what I'm talking about. It's not like I could just change my act.
Yeah.
And I thought it was fine. You know what I mean? In fact, if anything, I thought any part of my show that wasn't good was because I was holding back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because, you know, sometimes people are going with you and you're like, oh, okay, cool, they like it, but I'm not supposed to do this, I'm not supposed to do this, I'm not supposed to do this. You know what I mean? So it's like you're walking on eggshells. In any case, afterwards, I think it's okay, you know? It wasn't like the best show ever, but I did my job, you know what I mean? I was only featuring anyway, so it's not like I am the show.
Yeah.
And afterwards, the guy who owned it, he was like, all right, you know, whatever, see you tomorrow. And then the next morning, I get a phone call, and I see on my phone that it's Joel, and I immediately know what this is. I'm like, I'm fired. Which, to be honest with you, part of me was kind of relieved and hoping I would get a phone call from him, because I was like, I don't want to do this, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, I don't want to be fired, but I just don't want to do this. And like, you know, I didn't get into this to just do any show. You know what I mean? I got into this to have a good time. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And that's not a good time.
Not at all,
well, obviously,
man.
I don't want to get fired because I feel shitty. You know, I don't want to let the booker down, and I don't want to get on his like blacklist or whatever. You know, but I thought I handled it pretty well. Like I was just like, "Hey, man, I'm sorry. I know I'm probably not right for every room." But like I said, I wasn't the only one who was fired, so it didn't make me feel good. By the way, I should warn you, I'm really bad at telling stories. That's not my. I'm like such a bad storyteller, man.
It's all right. I done a one nighter for some old people, group of blue hair. It was me and Jeremy Pierce. Jeremy Pierce was headlining. I don't know if you know Jeremy or not, but
Yeah.
I was featuring for him at this hotel in Chimney Rock, North Carolina, and Michael Parisi owns the hotel. He do you know who Michael is?
No.
Oh, he used to open for Andrew Dice Clay. They call him Wheels Parisi. And the gig was supposed to be...
Oh, does he owns a place now?
Yeah, he owns it.
I did hear about that guy. Actually, I think I heard about it from you.
Oh, did I tell you about it already?
I think so, but go ahead.
Oh, yeah, he basically, I show up at the gig, and it was supposed to be a clean gig, and so I'd prepared to go clean, and then... I didn't know it was going to be an old crowd, but 10 minutes to showtime, it was sold out, and it was like, I don't know, 80 people in the room, and they were all around that age. And Michael, he comes up to me, he's like, who the fuck are these people here? Do what the fuck you want, man. Who are these idiots? And so I go dirty with them, and it was just awkward, man, going dirty for old people. And
I don't know what it is about old people, man, but like once they hit a certain age, they're like, we don't talk about this anymore. We never fucked. We never did this. We never did drugs. It's all forgotten.
Well, you know, that's what was weird. These people, they would, like, if it was a 3-part joke, they would laugh at this, and then they would laugh at this, and then at the third part, like the strongest part, they're like, no, not at all. So I don't know. That old crowds are real funny. I don't like.
Actually, see now another gig I did in Florida, which was like it was just like a bar. It was a free show for everyone, so it was like pretty rowdy. And there was like this like pretty old woman in the front, and she was the coolest fucking chick ever, man. She went with all of it. She loved it all. She was like throwing filthy shit at me. Like, I'm like, whoa, you're just like a cool chick. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. Who knows? I always wonder, like, if and when I get to that age, am I just going to be like, you know...
No, you're going to get dirtier.
I don't know, man. Like, I just don't understand why suddenly we have to, like, have... I don't know.
So now I got to ask...
Because, I don't know, maybe when you feel like you're closer to death, suddenly shit's just not as funny. I don't know.
I don't know. How was that pussy, though?
Not very good.
Not very good. Not as good as her comebacks.
One time, I mean, I know I'm probably supposed to talk myself up, but you want to hear some other fucking shit?
Oh, of course, man.
One time I got, as a feature, I got switched off with the MC.
Oh, no. Where was that at? If you can say.
That was in Kalamazoo, Michigan, at this place called The Laughing Post, which is no longer with us. I don't know if it has anything to do with me, but I doubt it. Yeah, I hope it has something to do with me, because I like when things have something to do with me. But anyway, I was there. This is the only time this ever happened to me, but this was probably like the lowest point in my comedy career where I was just like, maybe I shouldn't do this. I don't know. Like, what happened was this would have been I think